Israeli soldiers shot 14-year-old Palestinian Mohammed Tamimi point-blank in the face with a rubber-jacketed bullet on December 14, 2017, in Nabi Saleh, a small village in the occupied West Bank. The boy was placed in a medically induced coma. An hour later, Mohammed's 16-year-old cousin, Ahed Tamimi, slapped and kicked at an armed Israeli soldier in the entrance to her family home. After video of her actions went viral, Israeli soldiers raided the Tamimi home at 3 a.m., arresting Ahed and confiscating the family's phones and computers. Ahed Tamimi has been denied bail and could face years in prison. As Gregory Shupak wrote for Fair.org, a January 1st Newsweek article described the incident as the teenager assaulting Israeli soldiers, threatening to Israeli soldiers and then hitting them in the face, pushing the soldiers as well as kicking them, hitting them in the face and throwing stones at them. Newsweek called her actions assaults and an attack. It failed to report that Israeli soldiers had just shot her 14-year-old cousin. CNN, Shupak reports, also ran a piece that left out the most serious act of violence that day, as did Reuters and the Associated Press. Newsweek and CBS left out the occupation that structures every interaction between Palestinians and Israelis entirely. And none of the pieces noted that occupied people have a legal right to resist occupation. A New York Times story described Nabi Saleh as having long-running disputes with a nearby Israeli settlement, Chalamish, that Nabi Saleh residents say has stolen their land and water. The paper did not say that Chalamish is illegal under international law. Finally, Newsweek says Tamimi has now been indicted on 5 counts of assaulting security forces, that she's charged with interfering with the soldiers' duties by preventing them from returning to their post. But, as with other accounts, readers would not know that the proceedings are taking place in a military court. Tamimi is being tried by the same occupying military that shot her cousin. According to the Association for Civil Rights in Israel, the military court system Palestinians in the occupied West Bank face, quote, does not grant the right to due process and the rights derived from it, close quote.